time I do this. Why? Awesome. Now my hair is gonna be a mess. Yeah. My tea is too hot. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Happy Sunday. Yes, Sunday, because I didn't publish a video on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, and now it's Sunday, and I'm supposed to come out with a new video tomorrow. So, what a normal person would do is count off this week and say, oh well, I'll try better next week. But I'm not a normal person, and I also set a goal for myself that this year I was going to publish a video every single week. Yes, they're supposed to come out on Mondays. Yes, I've been failing at that lately, but I promised you guys that this was going to be messy. This is just my life, that's how it is, and sometimes I fall short. I'm human. I don't know what else to tell you. It's Sunday now, and next week's video should come out tomorrow, and so I'm just gonna record them both now and do a nice like 2-part series for Sunday and Monday. Because I refuse to accept that I did not publish a video this week. So it's just late. It's just really late. Okay, so what I want to talk about in this 2-part series is ways that we limit our life. And so today we're going to talk about the first way that I really limit my life, which is by telling myself that I can't. And maybe the rest of the world doesn't struggle with this. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is something you struggle with too, and let's go through it together. If it is, I want to know. I want to be able to pray for you through these things. But one of the biggest lies that I tell myself on a near continuous basis is that I can't. I told myself at the beginning of this year, well, the ending of last year really, that I couldn't make a YouTube channel. I told myself for the longest time that I can't do this. I can't put myself out there on the internet where you can see my face, where you can hear my voice, where I have to put my thoughts out there for you guys to judge. I have to put my face out there for you to judge. Everything that I do, I'm literally putting on the internet for judgment. And that was something that I told myself and everybody else that I couldn't do. But I did, and I have been, and that's really exciting and really cool. And every single time that I post a video now, I feel like I'm taking my life back. Because this is something that I want to do, but I kept telling myself that I can't. Don't limit your life by the things you think you can't do. Because one, I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10 you probably can do it. You just are telling yourself you can't. And even if you know that you can't do it, there is a way around what you can't do. Find a way around your can't. There's no reason to limit your life by what you think you can't do or by what you actually cannot do. I want you to live a completely unlimited life. Well, I mean limits and boundaries and things, those are important. That's not what I'm saying. Don't take this the wrong way. Don't be limited by things that you think you can't do. Today, it's Sunday, like I said, and I serve in our tech booth on Sundays. So, a little less than a year ago, I started serving in our tech ministry. And I told myself from the very beginning, I can't. Our tech director asked me to do the slides on ProPresenter, you know, the words that go up on the screen that you sing along with and the notes from the pastor, those things. I said, I can't. I can't do that. I can't have that much responsibility for a church service on me. People need to read those words so they can sing along. People need to read those words so they know the scripture. I can't do that. That can't be my job. But I was wrong, and I can do that. And, you know, I mess up sometimes, but I can do it. Fast forward a month or so, and he asked me to run the lights. And I'm like, nope, cannot do that. I realize I can do Pro Presenter now, but I can't do lights. I was wrong. I can do lights. Now, I'm still not the best, and there are definitely people we should schedule before we schedule Kristen. Like, I should be the last resort. But I can do them. Fast forward another few months, and I was asked to run Camera Switcher on a Wednesday service. I would so not schedule me for a Sunday service. But on a Wednesday, I can. I was so convinced that I couldn't do all of these things, but I can. And so this weekend, our tech director asked me a few weeks ago if I would be the production director this weekend, which basically means I need to make sure that everything runs the way that it's supposed to. I have to turn on the 50 million computers and make sure that all of the buttons do what the buttons are supposed to be doing, and that everybody has everything that they need, and that everybody is capable and ready to put on this service. I had to lead a team of people this weekend, and they are the greatest team in the world. I would not have been able to do it without them, I assure you. But this time, when our tech director asked me if I would do this, I stopped saying I can't. And I trusted that if I was being asked to do it, it was because I was trusted to do it. And maybe because I was wrong the other times, maybe I really can do this. And for the first time in this example of all of these tech scenarios, I was right. I can. And I did. And yes, things went wrong, but we fixed them. And things were not perfect, but they were pretty great. And I don't think anyone's experience with God was faltered by what happened. I used to pray every single time that I was scheduled. I would be like, okay, God, don't let me mess up. Have this go perfectly. Because I didn't want anything to go wrong. I wanted everything to go perfect. I wanted to effectively do my job, which is great. You should want that. But I was missing the whole point as to why I do that job in the first place. And the reason that I am in ministry, in any facet of ministry, is so that people can experience God, so that people have a jumping off point to their relationship with God, so that we have a community that serves God, that forwards the kingdom. That's why I do it. At some point in my tech journey, I stopped praying for everything to go well and for me to do a good job. And my prayer shifted instead to where I asked God to make everything that I do right glorify Him. And everything that I do wrong, glorify Him. And I placed that in God's hands, and I'm like, you know, I probably can't. But I can with you. And so when I was asked by our director to do this weekend, it wasn't even a question. Of course I can. Because I know that I can't without God. But I know that I can with Him. Stop telling yourself that you can't. Place it in God's hands and know that you can do it. And if you can't, there's a way around it. There was a lot of things today that I couldn't do. I couldn't, oh my goodness. I couldn't get the back screen to turn on to save my life. I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. But that's why I have a wonderful best friend who also serves in tech with me, and she struggled and wrestled with it until she finally got it to come on while I was in the middle of doing a million other things. we should not place me in charge of this many things. But regardless of my shortcomings, again, I can do these things. Every time that you tell yourself you can't, it destines you to not be able to do it. And that's so sad. It's so sad when I do it, and it's so sad to see other people that I know and love struggle with that too. You can. Don't believe the lie that you can't. Don't think that you can't do something. Think that you can. If you find out that you can't, find a way around it. Because we don't have enough time in these bodies to be believing that we can't do stuff. There's not enough time to waste on things that you think you can't do. There's too many things to do. There's too many exciting adventures to have. There's too many new things to learn and new things to try and new things to experience, and you won't experience any of them if you're telling yourself that you can't. So get over it. I think you can. In fact, I know that you can. The second that I embraced that, one, it does not rest on me, it rests in God's hands and His alone. And two, that He has equipped me and trained me to be able to do these things. Once I accepted those two things, it's really easy. Okay, it's not easy. It's really not easy. But it's easier to walk away from the lie that I can't and to start walking in the possibility that I can do these things. I can accomplish the things that God is calling me to do, that God asks of me. And you can too. So the lie that I can't do something is ridiculous. And the lie that you can't do something is ridiculous. It may not be everything you want it to be at first, but I bet you can on some level, and that's where you've got to start. You have to start with what you can do. And you have to try to do it. You have to. You might fail, and that's okay. I have another video about failure. You can go check that one out. But we have to try. We have to get over this I can't nonsense. Because we can.